Hey, good morning, y'all. It's been a while. It's March 23rd, 2023. The dogwoods are blooming. The days are getting longer. And the water temps are warming up. You know what that means. We going crappie fishing. Yee! Decided to get out this morning for a little while and hit the banks. See if we can get on some of these big females that tend to push up into the beds earlier than the rest of them. So we're gonna get out here and get set up and see what's going on. I have not been crappie fishing this year, and I've been keeping tabs on water temps and checking with a few good buddies of mine that crappie fish. I think they fish every day. I don't know how they do it, but anyway, I'm fishing Falls Lake this morning. It's closer for me and it's easy to get to, so here we are. And I'm gonna get out the truck and get my stuff set up, and we're gonna walk down here and see what we can do. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all, I'm like a kid. Like a kid when it comes to fishing. I ain't gonna lie, man. I absolutely love it. Right now I'm tossing a jig. Something I had tied on them last year, man. I ain't even rigged the rods up for spawn fishing yet, so I gotta do that. But you know, I just couldn't pass up and just toss a line in the water. Couldn't pass it up. So I'm gonna get this thing back in here, man, and ooh, look at that. Caught him on the darn jig. Look at the little bass. Look at the little bass. Boy, let me tell you what. A little bit of thing. Got good to feel that tug, though. Hit a chartreuse stinger tail with a white head. Just as random as all get out, boy, I'm gonna tell you. All right, y'all. That's my go bag right there. That's my go bag. Y'all see what's in there, right? Yeah. We'll get them jigs in a minute, but right now we're gonna go over my springtime crappie fishing setup. My main go-to when these fish start pushing shallow to spawn. So I always fish with 4-pound test line. That's Mr. Crappie 4-pound test line. We got here a bobber stop. They make these bobber stops in all shapes and sizes. That's a cloth one I just happened to pick up, but they make some that attach to metal. Man, and they're so much easier to work with. Let me put one of them on. Y'all done got into a tangle, but I got a fish on that darn metal. I don't know what it is, but look at yonder, folks. Look at yonder. It's a crappie. It's a crappie, y'all. Look at that. Oh, that's what we came for, folks. Man, it's a little one. It's the first one of the spring, though, so we're gonna throw him back. That joker got lucky, boy. He got lucky. That's what we came for. Mission accomplished. And that fish ain't holding real deep. That's small fish, too. So, a little bit about falls. Yeah, I did how long that thing sat that down. I haven't gotten around to finish rigging this second rod here, so it won't long before he bit it. So Falls is a shallower lake compared to Car, and That shallow water has a tendency to warm up quicker. So, you know, when you think it ain't right, it could possibly be right. You know, water temps have a lot to do with crappie spawn, so you got to keep that into consideration. Look, I'm finna put look, man, I gotta put a cork on that first, Jonathan. The second time I've done that. So, well, that's a fancy deal right there, I'm gonna tell you. And a brass grommet in there. Man, the corks don't matter, man. I'm particular when it comes to crappie fishing. If you haven't noticed, I'm a stickler for presentation. I think it matters. Some people can have a difference of opinions with me, and it's okay. That's fishing, right? To each his own. But ain't nothing wrong with educating and give you a different alternative. Come on. So, back to the water, man. So, you know, it was a last minute decision to go. Hoping to catch a big female sneaking up on this bed early. And man, I think we did it. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of that. I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. Look at that thing, just a fighting, boy. You a feisty little something. Come here. Now look at that fish. Man. Look at that fish. He ain't gonna be quite lucky. With him biting like this, I think I can put a mess of them in this bucket right here and take home and put them in some grease. So, yes sir, yes sir. So yeah, back to the last minute decision. It was a last minute decision to come out and get us a shot based on a couple of factors. One was wind speed was supposed to pick up today. Thing's supposed to blow 13. So what I did was I checked my wind direction. It's blowing out of the south today, and I let that wind direction play a role in me coming, because guess what, it's blowing out of the south, and from where I'm standing I got some pretty good some pretty good cover from a south wind. So that made my decision. So what was I doing? Man, let me get back to work. I'll get back with y'all in a minute. That boy, they holding. I ain't had time to get the second rod out. And I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care. Okay, what kind of fisherman you are? I'd venture to say that bite's on fire. Right steady. And they ain't far off the bank, y'all. They ain't far off the bank. I had a partner with me today. I spend more time on them rocks. Tend to catch some big females over there on them rocks. But concentrate over here in this little hole. So the crappie population on falls, in my opinion, is a lot greater than that of Car Lake. Size wise, you get a lot bigger fish off a car. But when it comes this time of year for me, man, it's, you know, it's about what's easy. And it's a quicker drive for me. I got a spot, and I ain't gotta worry about putting the boat in. And I can come and catch crappie. So it's convenient. It's convenient for me. What's convenient for me might not be convenient for anybody else. So keep that in mind. Would I love to be able to put the boat in the water and just work this shoreline and just throw jigs at them? Slip cork them with a jig. Dip them minnows, absolutely. But you know what? Ain't no sense in me doing all that work by myself. Now when I can come out here and catch fish. This is the way I look at it. So for me, it's one of my favorite times of the year. And back to the, you know, the fishing, the way the fish act and the way they move, you know, don't be afraid to start fishing in March. Don't be scared. You know, if it's cool, hey, put a jacket on. To be honest with you, I thought it was gonna be a little bit cooler than what it is this morning. I think the air temp this morning was like 56 on that rock flat right there. Them rocks, soon as that cork hit the water, it was gone, boy. It was gone. I don't know what it is. It's got a little tug to it. Oh, target species. A nice black crappie. Put you in the live well, my buddy. And see, sometimes I think I overthink the process a little bit. You know, I do. Get hung up a lot. I do that too. Dang on bribe. What in the world? Phew. I ain't coming in here with a weed either, man. I'm not dealing with this all spring. I'm not dealing with it. Imagine taking a kid out here. Phew. Yeah, so I think I overthink the process sometimes, y'all. And it results in that right now. Getting hung up. Shouldn't have been there to begin with. Thought I was shallower than what I was and got hung up on a rock. Hey, it's part of fishing, ain't it? You're gonna get hung up, you're gonna lose baits, you're gonna lose fish, and some days you're gonna lose your mind. Some days you're gonna lose your mind. So yeah, I reached out to a buddy yesterday afternoon. One of the folks can call and talk crappie fishing to for an hour. Picked his brain. And his response was what I was thinking. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to go try it. You'd be surprised. And I ain't really surprised, you know. Had an old man tell me one time, don't be scared to go fishing from the bank in March. You know, pay attention to your cold fronts. Those are key. You know, the fish will sometimes move back off into the next deepest channel to where their spawning area is, and you know, you might have to switch up the technique to go in there and get them. But I don't mind playing the weather and waiting them out. All right, y'all, I'll show you what I did there. I got hung up on them rocks early. Lost my cork. So I knew I was fishing too deep. So I retied, shallowed up, and first darn cast, man. First darn cast, look at that. Oh, crappie. Oh, crappie. Yeah, so it's looking like I suspected. The warm rocks are on them fish. That's a little small fish, man. Throw him back. Throw him back. So yeah, that fish hit it, man. As soon as it hit the water. As soon as it hit the water. Probably right about in there where it was. Yeah, I was not prepared this morning at all. Had no rods rigged up. I still had rods with jigs on them from fishing brush piles last summer and fall, and nothing switched over to the slip cork way of fishing that I fish in the spring. So I had to do that this morning. Been spending a lot of time getting my boat ready. Got a spider rigging set up. You know, a lot of good things happened in March. Your boy's a March baby, so being a March baby kind of helps me when it comes to the birthday gifts, in terms of making sure I can get my hands on something when I need it. So my lovely wife purchased me a spider rigging setup, and I was hoping I could get it on the boat and maybe get a trip in before these fish decided to cruise on to the bank and do their thing, but it don't look like it's gonna happen. It don't look like it's gonna happen. But then again, next week I think we got another cold front coming through, so it might be a good opportunity for me to test the spider rig and set up and get myself acclimated with it, because I'm pretty sure the fish will push off for a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe we can get some footage of the spider rig and set up this year. If not, you know, it's just a tool in the belt, man. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not gonna stick to one way or the other. I'm really versatile when it comes to fishing, and I think all fishermen need that in their tackle box. Because what might not work today could very well work tomorrow, and what you needed today you decided not to use because you either A, aren't familiar with that method, or B, just stubborn. And look at here. This fish right here. I think a big female over here playing tricks with me, man. A big female over here playing tricks with me. It's all right. She's gonna slip up. She's gonna slip up and end up on that hook. Let's reach on that there a little bit and see what we can do. I need to get this jigging pole set up. I know I done said that I don't know how many times already. No, it's the first spring trip, man. You get excited. I get excited every trip, but it's just something about that first one. That anticipation, not knowing. That anticipation of not knowing if I drove out here early this morning at crack of dawn, if I was gonna be able to catch a fish. Because maybe they won't quite ready. Out of slippers. I got a small one. I don't think that's gonna work. Fish with a slipper. It's gone with it, Bo. It's gone with it. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Big girl. A big girl. I told y'all. She was over here messing with me. That's right stout. Ain't even gonna lie. No lie. Right stout fish. That's a beauty.
Hey, good morning, y'all. Jonathan Collier here from Collier's Corner. Man, that's been a while. It's March 24th, 2023. And I'm going to tell you what. The dogwoods are blooming. The days are getting longer. And this pollen has descended upon us. And we going crappie fishing. It's that time of year, folks. The water's warming up. And I suspect there's gonna be some big females pushing up into the beds. I decided this year to try to spawn fishing on Falls Lake a little earlier than I normally do, so the spot seems to be a little crowded this morning. That might be a good thing. So I'm gonna get on down here and see what we can do, get set up, and I'll get back with you. Y'all stay tuned.
Well, y'all look at that crap.
That's a nice slab right there, dude. tacos right there, my dude.
Bro, fortunately for this one,
Hey, man.
guess what I did?
What you did?
I left my bucket in the house. Oh yeah, we hadn't been that long. I'm gonna say probably 5 minutes. I'm fishing 2 corks. Got some gentlemen putting in at the canoe launch. So once they're out of the way, I might fish with the jig a little bit. So we'll see what happens. The bite yesterday morning was a lot more aggressive. They seem to be feeding more yesterday morning than they are this morning, but we'll see. Well, y'all, we're down to 1 cork in the water. I just lost a tremendous fish. It probably was my personal best on falls. And I can't explain how it happened. I have no idea. Cork went under the water all the way. She went on and took it and picked the rod up. She had a good hook set. She had set the hook herself. And we won't fall off the bank. We probably 10 foot, 12 foot. I'm trying to put it right back down where she was. Probably right in there somewhere. But right in there. Relatively close. And she took it and turned immediately to the right. And I was able to see her flash when she rolled over, and it was a nice fish. It was one of them that'll break your heart. It broke my heart, I ain't gonna lie. Oh yeah, I just threw that styrofoam cork out there, man. And I tried something a little different. I'll show you what I did. Pretty little black crab. Man, he beautiful. So I don't know if this is gonna be the trick or not. But I went a little deeper. Well, yesterday I was probably fishing a foot. At least a foot. And today, I went on a little deeper with this one. Probably pushing a foot and a half. So I'm gonna throw it back out there. I had that rod out there this morning in the same little hole and didn't get a bite. So maybe there's a depth issue. We'll see. Oh y'all, it's been extremely slow. I mean slow. So I'm gonna throw a jig on a slip cork. So what we got here is called what I name this thing? Blazing Tangerine. Blazing Tangerine. I got a few solid bodies with the fluke and two-tone with black and rage and tangerine. And I got some of those crappie gliders in there. Got some of them two-tone also. And then some solids. So we're gonna throw one on and see what happens. Y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, I had to get one for the road, man. Had to get one for the road. I threw up against some rocks and had a bite. I tipped that jig with a minnow. He ate the minnow. I threw right back in there without the minnow. Whoa, you look at that slate. There you go. There's a chartreuse head with that. The minnow, 2.5 inch crappie fluke, and blazing tangerine. Blazing tangerine is that color scheme. Man, I like it. I gotta throw it again. I got somebody waiting on me too. Man. I like to fish too much to be the full-time bait man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh, yeah. Got him. Got him. That blazing tangerine, man. I'm gonna tell you. That blazing tangerine is the ticket. I might have to debut this video first of next week. If you don't see it till then, you know why. All right, that's it. That's the last one. I'm telling you right now. Man, these fish just started getting active too. Yeah, back to back. What? What? That's 3 in a row. That's 3 in a row. What do you know? What do you know? Look at that. Man, look at that one. That fish is dressed up. That fish is dressed up. Show us no. Look at that. Go ahead with your bass out. Go ahead with your bass out. Let's see if I can do 4 in a row, man. But I'm sorry. You know who you are. I'm sorry. But the great thing about it, you understand. You absolutely understand. More so than anybody I've ever met. Land that I had a buddy ask me for some videos, man. He said I ain't seen no videos from you in a while. So oh, Lana Buck, this is for you, Bo. This is for you, Lana Buck. I don't know if we're gonna get lucky on that 4 fish. What's love got to do with it? Nope, I ain't gonna get that lucky. Sorry though. Just poured them baits last night. Just poured them last night. I got the color last summer and never got around to pouring it. Figured I'd unleash it this spring. Boy, I'm gonna tell you, I'm impressed. I am impressed. You know, not putting 100% on color, because you know, you're crappie fishing, you know. You're crappie fishing, you already know. I ain't gonna put 100% on the color. I can't do it. But do I think it's a contributing factor? Absolutely. Absolutely. I got some information this week that kind of drove me to run that color scheme. And I'm gonna tell you that information was on point, boy. Somebody had them dialed in. Wink, wink. All right, y'all, this is it. Last one right here, because I do have to go. This time of year, that's the benefit of having that boat in the water. You can get down there and work that. I mean, you can get down there and work that whole shoreline. You ain't scared of snakes, but your boy ain't going that down. Not happening. Well, folks, I think that's gonna about wrap it up. Y'all, you know I had to do it again. You know I couldn't leave without doing it again. It just ain't in me. It ain't in me to do it without doing it again. Man, this feels like a real good fish. Where you at? What's this fish doing? Oh man, this feels like a good fish. Oh man, what a fish. Look at the shoulders on this one. Look at the shoulders on that slab. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, y'all, what a fish. What a fish. That's the one you want to end on right there, y'all. That's the one you want to end on right there. And with that, we're done. And that we done.
Hey y'all, we're done with this morning's fishing trip, and it turned out to be a pretty good morning. I was really impressed by the way that bait performed that I poured yesterday, and couldn't ask for anything else. The bite was really slow on the minnows this morning, and I wanted to touch base with that. I done a quick ending video lakeside this morning. I decided to scratch that because I did want to talk about the need to be versatile. So you notice in the video early on the 24th, I was catching quite a few crappie back to back on minnows on the morning of the 24th. The morning of the 25th, this morning, was completely different. I did not have nearly the bites that I had yesterday. However, having the versatility and the capability of switching over, and being okay switching over from that minnow. Everybody talking about crappie fishing and the spawn and minnows. Need minnows. I don't disagree. You need minnows. You need minnows every time you go crappie fishing during the spawn. But it's when the crappie don't want to cooperate and gulp a minnow that you need to be versatile. You need to be able to tie on a jig and effectively fish that jig. And I showed that in this video, and I done it for a reason, and that's to get more fishermen, to become open-minded into other processes. It doesn't have to be one way. It can be several different ways, and I think the sooner you as a fisherman, and I'm not going to use a crappie fisherman because I fish the same way when it comes to any other species that I target, and the need to be versatile is essential. And making sure you're not wasting your time on the water. The more versatile you are, the better off you're going to be as a fisherman. And that's my 2 cents. It serves me well. Case in point, you can see it in the video. I fished the exact same way I fished yesterday morning when I started out. The only difference today was we had blazing tangerine in the bag. I actually threw a jig yesterday morning off camera. It was a stinger tail. It was one of the 2-inch stinger tails that I had made up. It was chartreuse with pink through the middle. And that's why that chartreuse jig head would happen to be tied on that line. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't have a bite on it yesterday. Not a bite. So just the changing over the color scheme, that individual that I'm referring to in the video, he helped me out. He did. He told me the hue that I needed to go with, and I applied it on my pour, and it worked out. So again, just being versatile and having the capability to listen to what others are saying. I don't know it all. I learn every day. And continue to learn, and that's what makes us great. The capability to sit down and learn from others, and take it in and apply it. You gotta apply it. So with that being said, again, great day. He got some of those baits, and I'm hoping to hear great word back from him in regards to a tournament on the 26th. I am excited. I can't wait for him to fish it, and I wish him the best. I really do. Every time he gets a bag of my baits, I wish him the best, and he provides me nothing but great reviews and great support. So for that, I appreciate you, homie. And until next time, God bless y'all, and hopefully we can get some more videos out soon. So y'all stay tuned.